into this partnership.
Desperation is creeping in. And hence we have seen bowlers faltering now quite consistently. But a timely partnership between these two steadied the ship. And the runs came at a very good rate too.
It's a good over for Pakistan. 7 off at 30 done, 159 for 3. For 3, Pakistan requiring another 105 runs. This first ODI contest here in Faisalabad. 1 of 3, all 3 of them at this venue. Oh, how close is that? My goodness, almost dragged it back onto the stumps.
Almost dragged it on. Almost.
A little bit of a contest brewing in the middle. Beyond 14 to Salman Ali Agha. 13 balls, only 3 runs. So he's found it extremely difficult, and that's exactly why he went for the reverse. Found himself in a huge mess with that also. Is that hit the pad first? Now the fielder in the inner ring caught napping with the appeal, and Salman Ali Agha will run through for true.
रॉयल एनफील्ड बाइक लेनी है पर बजट नहीं है? अरे तो ज़ूपी पर फ्री लूडो खेलो और ब्रांड न्यू रॉयल एनफील्ड बाइक जीतो। ज़ूपी पर है मजेदार फ्री लूडो गेम्स जिन्हें खेलकर बिग प्राइजेस जीत सकते।
Stairs, let's have a look.
TV umpire's a director. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've checked the bowler's feet and it's a fair delivery. Go to front on when ready, please. Ball's close to the bat and the gloves there. Can we go to ultra when ready, please? Yeah, just go back and then play it through again, please. Yeah, and just play it through from there. Thank you. Yeah, there's no bat or glove involved. Go to ball track and ready, please. Pitching outside off, impact in line, and wickets missing. Asif, you can still have your original decision of not out. Stand by. You're on screen.
Twice, 14 has urged the captain to go for the review. Both times disappointed.
There was no bat involved. That was confirmed on Ultra Edge, but just with the angle. Remember, not a big turner of the ball beyond 14. That will mean a couple of leg byes. Still 3 or 14. The little challenge between 14 and Salman Ali Agha.
Bruce, you must have noticed one thing. That Salman Ali Agha probably had the best defensive technique out of all the batters in Pakistan. Now, of late, when he's looking to defend the ball, the arc of the bat is not correct. playing the ball with the full face of the bat. That's a concern. Oh, that one turned. Good delivery.
He came off and broke onto the scene in that test series versus England, where him and Saud Shakil batted extremely well as the sun went down in Pindi a couple of years ago, and that came off good runs at the domestic circuit. We'll come back to that. 31 done, 162 for 3. Great opening standard of 87 for Pakistan. And a couple of wickets came in quick succession. Since then, a partnership is built. Quite nice for Pakistan in terms of 57 runs. Izzard Williams starts his first over with a change of pace. His previous over was all pace on. Captain for South Africa, Matthew Bretsky, will hope. Next wicket for Pakistan comes from somewhere. If they can break this partnership open,
He's not a confident batter at the moment defending the ball. Salman Ali Agha. And the suggestion is for Salman Ali Agha, he should have a look at the recording of this innings. I might identify a thing or two for him.
we're speaking about the previous over, how techniques change over time. You reckon he was very good with his defense when he first broke onto the scene. And turned down the numbers for a long time in this day cricket and the domestic format for Pakistan. Could that be down to the advent of T20 cricket and how the modern players now want to evolve, especially given the approach Pakistan T20 side has had of late?
Could be a few reasons. Can be one of them. Another inside edge onto the pad. It does live dangerously. Mohammad Rizwan anyways.
Once again, you watch his footwork, so the stride on the front foot is not extravagant. He's never really looking to get to the pitch of the ball. It is more of his hands through the line of the ball. He's especially vulnerable to the ball that just darts back in. A few balls ago, big inside edge onto Mohammad Rizwan's pad. Just see where his foot just gets planted. You see, it's not a bent front knee.
And also the back knee. But both the legs are very alert. You're not very balanced as a batter. And you tend to push at the ball.
Another over goes by. 32 overs done. Pakistan 164 for 3. And time for a much required drinks break.
Check your bank balance in seconds on Paytm.
Side.
Yet many batters are comfortable sweeping the ball from that line. Is one exception. Mohammad Rizwan. Usually batters, they pick the ball from outside the off stump or outside the leg stump. And he spends a lot of time in the net sweeping the ball and takes that practice to the games. That's why that throw comes off often than not. $169 for 3 Pakistan.
For 3 for South Africa. Pakistan 169 for 3. There was that stage in the game where Pakistan just picked up a few wickets in that middle order for South Africa. At the moment, South Africa to deal with a partnership which is good from Pakistan. The ball V runs as well in Pakistan's favour. 94 of 101. Pakistan still have Hassan Nawaz, Hussain Talat and Mohammad Nawaz, all who can bat.
Easy does it. A play full quarter of overs. Pakistan will get over the line. Williams hasn't been able to bring any impression on the batters. He's been dealt with adroitly by the Pakistani batters. Another inside edge on to the foot.
When you and I came on to commentary, there was a question around whether they will bowl the change of pace deliveries into the surface. Out of the 3 overs Lizard Williams has bowled in his second spell, I can only remember the one delivery that was off pace. Everything since has just been on pace. So maybe that is something that you can look from a tactical point of view. Change of pace into the surface, drawing both batters to maybe go for the pull shot. Done well to keep it down, because the spinners for South Africa have bowled 19 overs, 91 for 3, both wickets. 2 wickets to Ferreira, 1 for 14. Going at 4.8 runs an over. George Linder hasn't picked up a wicket and has gone for a few runs as well. So that's where Matthew Gretzky has given the ball back to the seamer. Needing just the 4 overs. Now he's got his head in his hands, because that is not the first time that has happened. The inside edge has found all sorts of body parts for Rizwan and Salman Ali Agha, not the stumps. Saw one chopped on into his own body. Salman Ali Agha earlier on. Rizwan plenty of times has dragged it back on his stumps, back onto his pads, beg your pardon. absolutely crunched to the offside. Some way to end that over. 175 for 3.
They have finally decided that it's time to charge at the bowler. And did it comfortably.
The last over is almost a Mohammad Rizwan special in terms of you see a few plays and misses, you see a few chopped on deliveries, you see him getting frustrated with himself, then you see him jump down the track and absolutely crunch one through the offside. Rizard Williams has just gone off the field.
Once again, change of fence for 14.
Just to remind you of the new ICC regulations as well, that onwards from the 34th over, only one ball will continue for the remaining 16. Up in the air, is that a chance? One running back, one running forward, falls right in the middle of the two. Really feel Ahmed Salman Ali Agha knew exactly where the field was, and that's why he took him on.
Placed it quite nicely. Not deliberately though. But he survives. That's important for Pakistan.
Asking politely, just failures too far down the track. Outside the off stump as well.
Yeah, can't review it anymore. Exhausted both reviews, South Africans.
Well, a little while earlier, we got Azim Siddiqui, our stats guru, next to us, and Ramiz Raja referred that he keeps providing useless stats, which I agree with. A lot of the times they don't make absolutely no sense, but this one for the Pakistan fans will make sense. This one once again might just fall in the middle, just away Zingaba Peter, who's coming for Lizard Williams. Quickly get that stat in, Ahmed, for the Pakistan's fans, all of it from Azim Siddiqui. Every time Mohammad Rizwan is in a chase and has remained not out, it's on 13 occasions that has happened. Pakistan have gone on to win 12 of those games. Never easy running back. Twice now in 2 overs. The sweep shot has just taken the top edge, once from Salman Ali Agha, once from Mohammad Rizwan. This is the guy, Azim Siddiqui. You can make up your mind whether you like him or not. End of the over. 181 for 3.
Yeah, Pakistan definitely ahead in this game. Are going after the job. Very workmanlike. Mixture of singles, doubles and boundaries.
Lungi Giri now to bowl. Been out of the action for a very long time. Bowled the first 4.
Why are you after our stats guy, Azim Siddiqui? I mean, I think not useless, maybe irrelevant at times.
Brilliant, Amir. That's 2 adjectives now. Useless and irrelevant. Keep them coming. We have Ramiz in next. He'll add on to that. Especially when the stats come in at 2 in the morning. Make absolutely no sense. And when you don't say his stats, he's almost relentless, like they're making absolutely no sense, but he's still on your case.
He's a thorough professional. There is no doubt about it. We're just pulling his leg. That's all.
Yeah, we try and work as a team. A lot of the stuff that we say come from a lot of other people who put the hard yards in the stats.
One suggestion, he has to get his timing right.
Well, Amir, that just seems to be an overall concern in our part of the world. Just to the left of your screen as well, Ramiz Raja, Zainab Abbas.
Just been handed over another start.
Relevant? Not relevant?
Kind of.
मेरा कार्ड खो गया है।
ब्लॉक करने के लिए 1 दबाएं।
अब
आलू गोभी मिल्कशेक पिए सर।
अब
फाइनल स्टेप सर।
प्रॉब्लम से एग्जिट करने के लिए 1000 स्टेप्स लगते हैं। नाउ एग्जिट ट्रेन्स इन वन गो। फास्ट वन टैप एग्जिट। बाय।
2. Looking Giri, first delivery pace on, since then just taken the pace off. It's been the cutters into the surface. Again, slightly fuller but pace off.
Yeah, Rizwan is a kind of a player who can play the situation very well. He's got the ability to hold the helm when things are turbulent or the sea is choppy. Is the evidence that Pakistan in this game is in a very good position.
Just cuts him in half. That's the length he was looking for. Amir, we've been talking about Faisalabad and how international cricket has returned after 17 years. You've surely played on this ground. Any fond memories from back in your time?
There are many fond memories, but one memory I want to share with you. When Ramiz was captaining here, when he played as a captain his last game in a test match here, he bowled me about 60 or 70 overs in extreme heat, and I still hold it against him.
Well, we can find out why Ramiz Raja did so in a couple of deliveries. And I leave that question with JP Dumini to follow. 36 done, 184 for 3.
It's been Mohammad Rizwan show once again. He at times goes under the radar as a middle order architect. Averages in the 50s. Right, Azim? In the middle order? Less? Okay. Less than 50, but mighty consistent.
Well, I've been forced to ask the question, Ramesh. 51 overs for Amir Sohail in a test match here, is it? Your first comment was poor captaincy.
Oh! Has gone fine for runs. And I'm not going to elaborate on that. As they say, you learn from your mistakes. Now more at home playing spin. That's the advantage you carry if you're out there for any length of time. Salman Ali Agha, 33 or 43. But it's Rizwan who's carried the momentum forward, just a single away from a 50. Is it away from the infield for a couple of runs, runs back. And I'm sure that he would absolutely love this knock. Raises his hands to the gallery, to the audience. Looked a lot more resolute, looked a lot more consistent with his strategy and game plan. More firm in his mannerisms, I think. At times you just become a little bit more stubborn. And there's a lot of stubbornness and there's a lot of smartness to go in this innings from Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, 17th 50 in ODI cricket for Pakistan. And it came at a critical time. Pakistan 105 for 3, losing back-to-back wickets.
That's the beauty. That really is a cracker of a ball. No one close to the bat. Put pressure on Rizwan. He averages 48 in Pakistan in ODIs, Mohammad Rizwan. And he's a clear-cut match winner. If you bat in the middle order and average at such a healthy strike and maintain that healthy average, got to be termed as a match winner. .191 for 3. A lot of people left when Babar Azam got out. But it's now about crossing the line. Pakistan 73 from 78 with wickets in hand. They've got to be the favorites to get this done.
Yeah, it's been a critical partnership. Rizwan Salman, 86 or 87 rather, 105 deliveries. I guess the one thing that stands in South Africa's favour, particularly in the subcontinent, things can happen quickly. And you certainly don't want to throw in the towel at this point. 72 of 77, a few dot balls, all of a sudden that run rate creeps up. A few wickets in there, all of a sudden you're back in the game. More importantly, how do you get that? Do you bring an extra field in to create a little bit more pressure?
It's been brilliant. He had to get a partnership rolling, then he had to look after his own skills, his own innings. Got this innings back on track with a lovely 50. Bounces it off the surface and well collected by the deep fielder. He runs beautifully. Full leg dive from Rizwan earns him a couple.
Yeah, ability to play all around the ground, particularly against the spin, which was probably the biggest threat in the middle phase.
So in a way becomes the first Pakistani to score a 50 after a gap of 17 years here in Faisalabad. It's a kind of a record as well. You're right, JP. South Africa would want this equation to be run a ball, and then if they can have a strike or two, make it tough for Pakistan to get over the line. They're just struggling a little bit. 50 overs impact. Some of these young bowlers, young kids, haven't played a lot of ODI cricket. It can test you out completely like Test cricket.
Yeah, a little bit of cramp for Fateh, by the looks of it. Well, a really good spell. 9 overs, 1 for 35. The important wicket of Babar Azam.
Obviously didn't like what he was offered. Making faces, not nice. What is it, pickle juice or something like that? Oh, a great spell. Both of them actually. Shaheen Shah Afridi, the last part of his bowling spell was so good to watch. It had everything. Yorker, bit of reverse, and a lot of intellect behind those last 3 or 4 overs. Ends with a dot. 195 for
नैना ने जिस लड़के को भिखारी समझकर मदद करी और उसे अपने घर ले आई, वो तो निकला देश का सबसे अमीर, सबसे हैंडसम 6 पैक।
69 now of 72 balls. Approaches want things to happen quickly. In the meantime, it's Rizwan and Salman Ali Agha once again at it. They feature well as a pair in ODIs. Facing Pakistan in a very strong position in this chasing event. If you want to have an extra fielder in, JP, where will you have it from? So they've got a deep point and a deep deep square leg. They have 5 men in the ring. Bosch will be looking for some reverse at this stage. Remember, it's going to be one ball after over number 35. New rulings in ODIs. Oh, that's a big hit. Is it a big hit? That's beautifully held. Pretorius there with a wonderful catch. He's signaling out. Rizwan is gone, and so twist in the tail. Is it going to be a little bit better now for the Proteas? Really was a remarkable piece of fielding. He must have been blinded for a little while and then had to adjust. Took a great low catch to dismiss dangerous Rizwan.
Yeah, it's a moment in the game that can swing the momentum, and Proteas will be elated. A very good innings by Mohammad Rizwan. He goes for 55. Pakistan 196 for 4.
Talat is a new batsman in. A better fit in ODI cricket, Talat, because his numbers are impressive. 5 international matches, best of 41 not out, but in domestic ODI cricket he averages in the 40s. Over 41 with a strike rate of over 90. His job will be to tap the ball around and not look for any heroics at this stage. It's about getting another partnership rolling for Pakistan.
Yeah, both mid on and mid off up in the circle. And he felt he wanted to go the aerial route a little bit straighter. But gets a thick inside edge and lifts it beautifully to the deep square leg. And a real comfortable catch by Pretorius. Frustration. He was the set batter in that partnership. Going well under pressure.
He's off the mark. He'll have to now control the flow of innings right till the end. Salman Ali Agha. Guide Hussain into the act. Been given as a wide. I'd call that. Maybe it was the height. How high was this? Pretty high.
Is this the window of opportunity now for South Africa? We spoke about just bringing that run rate closer to that 6 mark and getting it up with the left-hander in play as well now. Do we see Don Ferreira come back to the mix? Quick single. Comfortably home. Brings up the 200 in the 39th over.
It's definitely become breezy. First 50, 59 balls, then 40, then 75, then 60. Coaches haven't allowed this game to run away from them. Really, it is breezy out there. Could be the reason why we haven't seen a lot of dew. Nice one through the offside. That fielder at long off is square. They come back for the second. Excellent piece of running. Salman Aliaga is quick enough. He initiated the second call for 2, and he's made his ground quite well, quite nicely.
And a tight game is always some part of the game that really has to work well. Little targeting, the off stump, hitting the pads. The odd one has spun. To get the one that goes on with the arm to possibly hit the stumps as well.
Takes a little bit of time adjusting to the pitch conditions. The ball not coming onto the bat, so got to be careful square driving or cutting the ball. Oh, beautiful ball. Low at the shoulder and still got that desired impact. Good spin off the straight. Beautifully done through the offside. That's a cracking cover drive. Everything's so right about it. Picked the speedy ball, ball at a faster pace in the slot and driven gracefully.
Previous delivery, 103 kilometers per hour. It's the arm ball, but it's the width on offer that Hussein Talit pounces on. And just a clean flow through the line of the ball. Gets the boundary.
Oh, chance. Stumping chance is down. Quinton de Kock feeling that it was very close of being bowled to a 6 for 4.
Yeah, we saw the seam-up delivery in the previous one. Going back to the conventional and getting the purchase. Oh, opportunity missed by Quinton de Kock. Even trying to get back to his crease, couldn't get that back foot back. Disappointment.
The last power play. Power play 3 overs, 41 to 50. Maximum of 5 fielders are allowed outside 30-yard circle. Just a wee bit late on that one, and Bosch has got this ability to hurry you, to rush you. Ideally, should have finished the job. Mohammad Rizwan is batting so well. That's a beauty. Ball kicking off the surface and shaping it away from Hussein Talit. Hanging his bat at that one. So exactly 6 and over now.
Slight hint away from the left-hander. Coming around the wicket, the natural angle that you're looking for as a left-hander is coming into you, trying to hit the stumps. At times you can just wave your bat outside the off stump, not fully committed to it. So the dismissal of George Linder, very similar.
If you got pace like Bosch, you can extract something extraordinary out of the surface, especially at this stage of the game. At speed, who knows whether one will keep low, one will jump off the surface. I think slip is definitely in play, especially against Hussain Talat. That's good running. The fielder's in to stop an easy rotation of strike. Ngidi there just a little bit lazy on the take. Guides it well, plays it down for a run. After 41, 210 for 4. Is making a fist of things. Pakistan now need exactly 6 per over. Maintaining their presence, South Africa. Making use of the conditions. Hussain Talat urging his partner to be aware of the gap on the offside. Yeah, perfect. There's that gap.
Yeah, it was the change of field. Had the slip in place in the previous over, did Don Ferreira. So exquisite cover drive for 4 in the previous one, and just the change of field, getting into the extra cover position. Creates that space along the point region. Soft hand, so critical when you're facing spin, the ability to rotate strike.
Yeah, that's the obvious angle, and worked extremely well by Salman Aliagha. Around the stumps, is quick through the air. He's not going to get a gigantic spin from that angle back into the stumps. He was absolutely ready for this angle.
Don Ferreira known for his flatter trajectory. Yes, he's been extracting a little bit of purchase. You always have a little bit of pace to work with, and he gives the width outside the off stump. Welcome by Salman.
Sensible batting by Salman Aliagha into the 40s now. He had his tough moments, Salman Aliagha, early on in the innings, but weathered the storm. It's more a mental game to survive. Giri does well. A little bit more flight could be interesting. Ferreira once again goes straight, goes flat. Engage him into playing a lofted shot over mid-wicket or long on. Because this strategy hasn't exactly worked. They're quite happy milking him for ones and twos. A quick single and Giri once again. After 42, 217 for 4. Bit of a good fight, Proteas. Didn't have enough runs on the board. I think they were clearly about 20 runs short. At one stage, they were eyeing a 270 plus score. Then things fell apart in the middle phase of the innings. Pakistan made a strong statement in the death overs to limit them to 263. Giri coming on to bowl. On the pads and a single. What will be his brief, JP, in Giri at this stage? Change of pace, bowl a straighter line to take this average back to run a ball?
Yeah, there's not much more probably he could offer. If anything, maybe an adjustment in the field, maybe a catching position in the cover or mid-wicket region that brings that slow ball into play. It's quite deceptive, gets nice dip on it, and in a surface such as this one where at times it can sicken the surface, it might bring those guys into play.
Slow ball punished. As well fielded at mid-off, really is a grand effort. You've got to call it that. That ball was running away from Bosch. In the end, a big dive, a bit of chin to go with the hands. Oops.
Yeah, there's certainly two schools of thought here for Matthew Breedska and Lungi Ngidi. Do you bring an extra man in the ring, try and create some pressure, play a false shot, or do you take it deeper? The 1-2 sweeper. Are you happy to try and take it into that last 2-3 overs and try and put the pressure on there? Do you take the risk now and try and squeeze, try and get another wicket, possibly two, squeeze that way?
He's tried his hand at slackening the pace, but the ball is skidded off the surface. A couple of deliveries in this over, ball around 110, 111 speed. It's just exactly not gripped for him to cause any concern to the batsman. got to get an extra man in, just to let them know that we are here to get a wicket. Let them think about a new strategy. Right now, I think it's business as usual as far as this pair is concerned. Just work the ball into the gaps, pick those singles, not worry about the big shots. And if we play the 50 overs, we'll win this. Very fidgety with his gloves, Salman Ali Agha. That came back, still is able to pick up a single. With soft hands, and so it's 2-2-3 for 4 after 43.
Only one needed. 6 wickets in hand for Pakistan. They should cruise it home from here. Alongside me, Amir Sahil. You certainly feel the team to make a play will be South Africa. Perhaps bring an extra field up in the ring. And
That's in the air. Clears everything. He tried similar kind of a stroke with the previous delivery, but the length was fuller. That's why he wasn't able to hit the ball aerial. But slightly back of the length helped Salman Ali Agha to execute that stroke.
yeah, and what a way to go to his half century this evening. A calculated risk, understanding the ball turning into him, but the placement to perfection. Straight down the ground, what better place to hit it? This half century comes up with 56 deliveries.
It has been a painstaking innings. But Salman Ali Agha had to survive for a little while. And now he has gained enough confidence to go after the bowlers and to finish the game in a jiffy for Pakistan.
Yeah, you look back at both sides. The real difference has been Salman Ali Agha to go with Mohammad Rizwan. I like to say you can't buy that kind of experience in any supermarket. Wonderful innings, wonderful partnership. Came at a crucial time for Pakistan here as well.
And especially with the fact that Pakistan lost wickets in a cluster. And things were looking ominous, but that partnership you're alluding to made the difference. Huge difference.
Yeah, so much learning to take from the partnership. No stage where they look bothered or flustered. It's gone about doing their business. Excellent partnership and they're in the commanding position. 3-2 for 4. Yeah, fantastic contributions. Fakhar Zaman, same. Ayub got him off to a wonderful start. 87, that first partnership, healed it. South Africa will be looking back at it last 10 overs, where Abrar Ahmed played a massive hand for Pakistan. That's the beauty of having a mystery spinner towards the back, especially when tailenders are in. Cleaned up the South African tail, kept them to 262, where South Africa at one stage would have felt they could get to 280 and beyond. This is what this game is about. Always looking to take wickets. Never let the game beyond on too far.
And when you talk about South African effort with the ball, the spinners, they have done a very good job. They did manage to exploit the conditions, but they needed some help from the faster bowlers. It didn't come. That's why they are lagging behind in this game. The usage of the new ball was inappropriate. Pakistani openers batted with all the confidence in the world. Brought a lot of pressure on South African spinners. You know, they had to make the play. They tried desperately hard. Were not able to make a huge difference.
Yeah, I think look at their tactics utilized from a seam bowler perspective, and I just don't think they were on song this evening. Yes, the new ball was swinging a little bit. Lunkin Giri just went astray a little bit in line from time to time. For me, again, those modes of LBW bowled are paramount importance. We spoke about it all through the series so far. This guy operating here, Bjorn Fortuin, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, mainly he relied on the arm delivery. Wasn't able to turn the ball viciously. And that's why those figures are not justifying his effort.
Yeah, I think we also look at the release points of Fortuin compared to George Linder. Because Fortuin is so much wider, he creates that angle of the ball coming back into the right-hander and attacking the stumps all the time. Whereas George Linder from much higher is a lot straighter. And very often creates the width that the batters are after. Well, 29 needed for 5 overs. Pakistan 2, 3, 5 for 4.
Yeah, the equation is not asking a lot from the Pakistani batters. 29 runs from 40 deliveries in this day and age should be a problem. But plenty of wickets remain.
Yeah, you look at that equation, you'll take that any given day. No matter the format, no matter the conditions. Because 29 needed with 6 wickets in the bank, you should easily get over the line. But I mean, I've seen this all too often. You lose the in batter right now, and there will be butterflies. Also return into the attack for Lungisali and Giri. Waffering round side it off stump. It's perhaps that in-between length that they're not used to. See Salman Ali Aga, he knows the importance of his wicket at this juncture of the game. Perhaps saying to himself, he needs to be the man there towards the end of this innings. We also know what it brings. It brings a bit of jitters, a bit of butterflies. There's an appeal for LBW. We'll have to see what the umpire is going to signal here, whether it's leg buys or runs. Bear in mind, South Africa has no review left. He's given it as runs.
एनफील्ड बाइक लेनी है पर बजट नहीं है? अरे तो ज़ूपी पर फ्री लूडो खेलो और ब्रांड न्यू रॉयल एनफील्ड बाइक जीतो।
Wasn't given attention to that, and hence he has to walk back to the pavilion.
Yeah, there's the run chase for Pakistan. Contributions from Fahad, Saeem, Rizwan. That was a crucial knock from the experienced wicket-keeper batsman. And together with Salman Ali Aga, that was a fantastic partnership to get him into a very commanding position. But this game is not done yet. In similar stage, South Africa was 249 for 8. Oh, he's gone for the big sweep shot. Now then, a couple of dot balls here might paint a completely different picture.
No need to panic. Salman Ali Aga, there is no need.
And I just feel that with the new batsman at the crease right now, this might be the opportunity where South Africa can squeeze a few dots. Get the feeling they might have to take the element of risk by bringing up a couple of fielders, inviting Hussein Hassan Nawaz, pardon me, to take that risk.
Get a slip in. Last two deliveries spun pitcherously for the left armour.
Yeah, it's just that fielder. Get that extra fielder up. Let him have a go. He wants to be the hero. Let him take that element of risk. But you afford yourself an opportunity. This man in picture, Salman Ali Aga Khan, I think he holds the key for Pakistan here. Can he hold his nerve? That's the big question everybody is asking at this juncture.
They wanted to surprise the batsman by increasing the pace on that occasion. George Linder turned out to be an easy full toss for the batter.
I've got a little question for you. Do you look to get it done now, or do you try and take it as deep as you possibly can?
I don't mind taking this to the last over as long as Pakistan is getting over the line. Oh, he's gone. He is gone. Once again, intemperate style of batting was Hassan Nawaz's downfall. He doesn't believe in slobbing out. Somehow is impelled to play his strokes once again, deceived by the flight and also a lot of turn for the spinner.
Yeah, fantastic piece of bowling by George Linder. Game of cat and mouse continues. Nawaz gone for 1, Pakistan 244 for 6. From the one Nawaz to the second. Mohammad Nawaz to the crease for Pakistan. 40 matches into his ODI career. Best of 53. Comes in with his team needing a further 20 of 19 deliveries. How is he going to tackle this situation, Amir?
Just do the job. Oh, is that close? Oh, he's getting the ball to turn viciously now. Successful over from George Linder. It's 244 for 6.
Yeah, he's almost preempted the shot. He's made up his mind even before the bowler has bowled. Fantastic piece of bowling by George Linder. Saw him come down, just dropped it a touch shorter. Yeah, he won't be too impressed with that attempt of that shot.
Yes, somebody has to make him recognize that his belief is false, that he can hit everything out of the park. Batsmanship is not all about tonking the ball. It's about hitting the ball into the gaps as well. He has to learn quickly because the selectors have shown a lot of faith in Hassan Nawaz, but he hasn't come good. So the selectors might lose the patience.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and come back for a second. The call is no. 18 needed of 17. Lungasani Ngidi. I've got a feeling he's got a couple of those slower ones in his armory this over. Is he going to use it early on against Salman Ali Aga? That's a question we'll find out in the next couple of balls.
What's he thinking, Salman Ali Aga?
Oh, it's a slow ball. You just get a sense that someone was trying to line him up for exactly that delivery. But as for South Africa, you won't mind him taking that element of risk. Not at this stage of the game anyway.
Yeah, this pitch is offering more grip now. Everybody thought batting second, he was going to be the major factor.
Yeah, he bowls that, he disguised that ball so well. You can see Mohammad Nawaz trying to line him up, but irrespective of whether you pick it or not, you still have to hit it off the surface. Like you've alluded to, the surface has played a lot better than we all anticipated. From the initial stage this afternoon, we thought it might turn a lot, it might grip a lot. It's actually held up quite nicely. It's another slow ball, single into the leg side. Maybe I can just sense there's a bit of tension building. Salman, he tried to look composed, but that previous shot he played sent me a signal that he's going to try and get this job done as quickly as he possibly can. Big question I've got for you, is it worth the risk at this chase?
Well, if it's in the slot, go for it. Do not try to manufacture something. The equation is simple. In this day and age, 16 from 14 deliveries. Piece of cake.
Oh, that is some sort. It's advanced out of track and is going to pick up the boundary. Smeared it over the offside and also bring up the 250 for Pakistan.
Yeah, he's been relying on slow deliveries throughout this over. Just because Salman Ali Aga stepped out of the crease, changed the pace, offer a lot of plays for Salman to work with. And a timely boundary for Pakistan. Pressure relieved.
Oh, he's gone with the slow ball. He's hit this high up in the night sky. Catch! The cries of catch! Yes, he's got it! And it's Donovan Ferreira who takes the catch. Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen.
What a catch. What a catch that was. He had to cover a lot of territory. Kept eyes peeled on the ball. And took it with ease in the end.
Makes you wonder why he offered some pace to Salman Aliaga if the slow ones were working.
Yeah, it's certainly the ball that proved to be effective this evening, but that is some catch from Donovan Ferreira. He had to cover a lot of yards. Yes, and that's what it means. A bit of hope, a bit of belief for South Africa. Salman Aliaga makes way for 62. Pakistan 2-5, 2 for 7. He will know the importance of picking up a couple of crucial runs alongside Mohamed Nawaz, who will be the entrusted batter. I get a feeling that he will have to see his team across the line this evening. And how is this for a throwing of the dice by the South African captain? Bring off on the off spinner in Donovan Ferreira.
Intelligent move, because Linda is not a comfortable bowler bowling to the left-handers. Gone with the off spinner, played into the gap, running hard for the second, not available. Well, who knew this contest is going to turn out to be a humdinger of a contest? It's going to the wire.
He's got an excellent slow ball, that's Lungi Ngidi. And again, you ask yourself the question, the previous ball with pace on, was that necessary? Does that just release the pressure somehow? But nonetheless, he picked up the all-important wicket. It was the in-batter that they got rid of. I'd like to say smart captaincy from Brietska. Well, now I get a feeling they might have to bring up an extra field into the ring. We've got 3 on the offside and the mid-wicket. They know Afridi, he's no muck with a bat, but he's probably going to look to go downtown. That's a dot. Pressure.
Yeah, his preferred area is mid-wicket. And between mid-wicket and long on. He'll be looking for a bit of room outside the off stump. But he's just darting the ball in.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how long do you reckon he's going to last the temptation? Saying Saad Afridi. But I think that dot ball might have just crept into the mind of Mohamed Nawaz. Might get the sense that he's going to try and finish it in this over, or at least look to.
Yeah, that's what you do as a batting side when you're chasing a total. You want to finish the game in the penultimate over. A good strike.
Oh, another dot ball on me, another dot ball. Pressure mounting.
Yeah, every dot delivery is going to tip scales here. The tension is mounting up. Some tense faces in both the dressing rooms.
Oh, an excellent piece of bowling here by Donovan Ferreira. Pakistan will be asking themselves, how did we get ourselves into this position? From a commanding position where nobody could touch them. They are now up against the 10 of 7 required.
That's his ability. Yes. He played few dot deliveries. He was waiting for the ball to come to his zone and he was ready for it. Bounced on it, made the equation very easy for Pakistan. It's 260 for 7.
Yeah, just the pace on from Donovan Ferreira. Pace on over pitch in the slot. And Mohamed Nawaz said, thank you very much. I'll ease the pain of this run chase. And that's what it means to the folks out here in Faisalabad. But we are not done yet. Who does he turn to? The final over of this match that has provided us with so much entertainment. And guess what? He's gone to Kurban Bosch. He's been having a fantastic series so far in Pakistan. Can he close it out for his captain? He's going to go around the wicket to the left-handed Saeed Afridi. We have seen him strip a couple away from the left hand a little earlier. He will have to start spot on, pretty much spot on from the get-go.
Has to be a miraculous over from Corbin Bosch to be able to win the game for South Africa. Driven nicely. Only two needed now.
Yeah, you get a feeling that should seal it for Pakistan. Many would argue Lungasani Ngidi with that slow ball option of his might have been a wonderful option right now. Because as a batter, you want pace on.
Especially to the left-handers. Slow deliveries, moving away from the left-handers. Not easy to deal with. Good for Pakistan so far. That move from South African captain.
He's brought the field up on the offside. And he's going to pick one more. Well, scores are tied. Pakistan now only need one run. Our captain in the background taking his shoes off. Perhaps feel that he can just relax a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be highest successful chase in Faisalabad in ODIs. And what a start for Shaheen Shah Afridi as a captain. Was able to make his mark. Handled the pressure quite well, both with the ball and bat.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't leave your seats as yet. Because that is the wicket of Mohamed Nawaz. A little head shake from Bjorn Fortuin. And what a moment to lose your wicket.
Yeah, turn the face of the bat a bit too early. An easy catch for 14. And the result has been delayed because of that wicket.
Nawaz goes for 9, Pakistan 263 for 8. Nasim Shah with one run to get for his country. Oh, that is straight, but not straight enough, says the umpire. And when South Africa has got no reviews left, means Pakistan crossed the line of victory. They draw first blood in this 3-match ODI series. And they go victorious by 2 wickets here in Faisalabad.
For some, It might not be convincing, but win is a win. And that's a very good start for Shaheen Shah Afridi as a captain. Made the right calls. And congratulations to Pakistan by opening up this 3 ODI series with a win.
Yeah, it's a match that's provided us with so much entertainment this evening. At no stage will one team dominating procedures, but it is the captaincy of Shaheen Shah Afridi that prevails victorious in this first match of the three-match ODI series. Both teams have given it their all. South Africa feel that the young team, and you feel that there will be a lot of lessons learned from this first outing. The crowd out here in Faisalabad, they packed up the stadium and they were thoroughly entertained by the home team.
Yeah, closely contested game. The scales kept on tipping. But in the end, Pakistan got over the line in the last over. That partnership made a huge difference for Pakistan. A partnership between Mohammad Rizwan and Salman Ali Agha.
Yeah, that certainly proves to be the difference between the two teams. It was the experience in that middle order for Pakistan. And that's what it means to the crowd out here at Faisalabad. Joyous, they've got reason to celebrate. It's the first time in over 17 years they got to see the national team playing right in front of their home. Absolutely beautiful scenes out here at Faisalabad.
Yeah, one has to appreciate Pakistan Cricket Board for thinking about Faisalabad, that the international cricket should return here because people are enthusiastic. And that's how the innings of Pakistan panned out. Good opening partnership, set the tone, few starters, but that partnership we were alluding to between Rizwan and Salman made a huge difference.
You talk about partnerships. The opening partnership really set up the game for Pakistan. Held at 87 runs, but then they needed that partnership in the middle, 91, between Salman Ali Agha Khan and Mohammad Rizwan, really to break the backbone of the South African bowling lineup.
Yeah, to turn the game in South Africa's favour, the usage of the new ball was of highest importance, but it wasn't effective. Created a lot of pressure on the spinners, who did bowl well, but not good enough to win the game for South Africa.
Well, it was South Africa who has been inserted once again in the series.
Great